Hey guys!
Hello.
So, we have our first request. And it's on the opposite end of the alphabet, but that's okay. We said we'd do it, and we will. This anime is called Trickster. It has 7 episodes, at least on this site. It has a 4.95 out of 5 stars, with 195 votes to do that.
Pretty amazing.
This was recommended by one of his friends. I'm so sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. But, come on. No. No. Show it. Show it. There it is.
We'll just provide a picture.
Haha. See? That place? Go follow them on Facebook. They're pretty cool.
They're amazing at their cosplay and their music videos.
We'll put a better thing in. We'll put it in the description, I promise. They recommended it to him, so we're taking it as a formal request. So we're gonna try the first episode of this and see where that gets us.
This is Trickster.
Are Tricksters for kids?
Yes.
It's Funimation. That's a good start.
Can't tell if that was sarcastic or not.
I don't know. In some cases, it is sarcastic.
It began to degrade.
Boy Detectives Club?
He's a detective. That's adorable.
Maybe it's under the Boys Detective Club because that's the secondary name.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's showing it on Wiki.
I want to die.
Then why'd you jump off a building? I'm gonna have all sorts of problems with this, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Blue tank, schmoo tank.
This better not be a mech anime.
Lock pistol. L, really? That's way too easy. Give me something harder. You know you want to. Let's see. Lurker. Ruby. Why? It's Detective Nakamura.
Why was the name Now-chan then?
She investigation.
Got a job for you, Master Detective.
Oh, that's why.
Robot Shibuya.
Wow. You get news fast.
She's cute.
Work's the only thing I do.
I like her eye color.
Almost there. Just 500
She's the top.
meters.
Wait, where are you?
Connor.
Don't worry, Detective. I'll take care of your robot problem.
Almost sounds like Gajil too.
Surcharge. Of course. If you like, you can pay with that tight little body of yours. Main computer.
Rather talkative today, aren't we, Akichi? It's cute.
And you did a poor job of following through.
Is everybody in this fucking show gay as hell?
Did he say 20 faces?
20 faces?
So, was that a prison?
Was I sent to prison?
Wait, I'm recalling the facility's structure.
Kill
There
you.
are 3 escape routes out of the control room. The shortest would be out of the south exit and into the waterway. But I can't
What
imagine
is
this
it?
guy using such an
Damn.
obvious path. It's also very likely that he was expecting you
Please
to
let
show
them
up.
say that at some point.
That said, there's only one.
It's all right. I'm just here to catch the dog. Then I'll be out of your hair.
Dog's gonna die.
Hey, idiot!
Dog's gonna die.
Ah!
Dog's gonna die.
I hate this anime instantly! Fuck you guys!
What? I told you.
Friendship over.
I told you.
Oh, come now.
Oh, it's so cute!
I don't like you guys.
You're sadder than anyone about it, aren't you?
Yeah. Sadder than anyone. Fuck you.
Why am I doing this for you?
Because you love him, and it's true love, and you have to. I guess.
Hang on. We're almost there.
A part of me was like, oh, cool, the kid with the force field could go in there and help them. And I was like, no, they can't, because he can't touch him. Shit.
Oop.
I already forgot the rules of this show.
See that?
Just kidding! But save your tantrum until we're out of here,
That's how you
okay?
should be him.
Now then, since you're here, want to help a bit more? Akachi.
Oh, I had it. God damn it.
Tom.
Ado?
This is why life is pain. This is why God won't come back.
It's all me. I'm 100%.
You're the reason God won't come back. Oh boy.
Okay. Would you
You could sound less angry.
We're gonna have some words.
Friendship in air suspension.
I mean, we were this, but now I think we're a little bit like this. Would you continue?
Yes.
As long as no more dogs die.
I'm a level with him because I will refuse to watch any movie, almost any show, if the animal has to die for sake of plot or cruelty.
Okay, we understood he had a barrier. We understood anything that got close to it. Okay, the dog didn't have to die.
It could have been another thing that was murdered.
But whatever. We won't rant on that for 30 minutes.
Oh, but we could.
Could. Yes, I would continue it. I added it to the list. It's on there to continue.
I'm curious as to how it will progress
In just 7 episodes?
in just 7 episodes.
Unless this is relatively new.
It might be. I'm not entirely sure if it is.
What did you like best? I know exactly what I liked the least.
Do you want to cover that first?
Yeah! What I liked the least, the dog dying. It didn't have to happen.
It left a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
You're acting like someone deserved it. What the hell, man?
You called it and I didn't want to believe it, so I told myself no and then it happened.
That's why you should always just assume, yeah.
No.
If it wasn't gonna be the dog, it was probably just because of how they have to show the barrier is deadly to living things. If it wasn't the dog, it was going to be a bad guy or a
That's
bird
fine!
or
Who
something.
the fuck cares?
I'm just saying they probably went with the dog for shock value.
Yeah, well, they got a shock value, alright. What'd you like best about it? The animation.
Animation, oh, it's beautiful.
So this is gonna cover how was the animation question. It was beautiful, it was gorgeous, and I loved everything, especially nighttime. Their display of nighttime is just
It's gorgeous.
it's my idea of a perfect night. Just, you can see all the stars, and it just looks like you walk out in your backyard and it's the galaxy right there. So, the animation was top notch. Like, holy crap. This is actually probably going to be one of the higher rating animes.
On our list through this entire trek.
And I honestly, going into this, I was not expecting much, because I've been recommended animes before. My younger sister wanted me to watch Blue Exorcist, Hitman Reborn. I didn't like either one of those. So it's like, every time someone requests something, it's like, oh, you should watch this. It's never up to par to what they're saying it is. Granted, I wasn't told, I was just told by him. So maybe that
Helped. It wasn't hyped up, which I gotta thank our friends for doing that. If you were to tell me too much about it, like, I think this would work with both of us. You know, if you're gonna sit there and like give the entire history of the show and expect us to get super into it, that's not gonna work because there's no mystery anymore. We're not gonna be like, okay, so that's going to happen later. Like if someone would have told me they find a way to kill him by episode 7.
I'd be like, okay,
I've
well,
been like,
shit.
then there's no need to continue watching because I already know the end result.
It's kind of like, and you know, oh, bad me because I read it, but it's like Twilight. I read the first Twilight book, and I was about halfway through New Moon, And I fell behind because I was late joining that bandwagon. I borrowed some of my friends' books when they were done reading. I got halfway through New Moon. Spoilers, I guess, but if you don't know that this happens, then what the fuck are you even interested in Twilight for? But they told me the shit that happened in Eclipse. Like, oh, so-and-so, you know, gets prego, and so-and-so this, and there's this big thing that happens, and that big thing that happens, and I'm like...
By the end of it,
Guess I'm not finishing New Moon.
By the end of it, Edward turns into a werewolf, and Jacob becomes human, and Bella becomes...
vampire.
An egg sandwich.
And it's like, you know what? When you give out too much detail, it really takes away from the awe factor. Like, I went into this knowing nothing. I just knew it was Trickster, I knew it was recommended to watch, and I knew we were reviewing it today.
It was enough of a setup, and that's... Giving too much backstory will ruin someone's first attempt at... Okay. Good job. Leave that in. If we hadn't have watched, let's say, Full Metal Alchemist, just by the name alone, I am fucking enthralled.
Well, I'm not.
No, I mean, if we hadn't have watched... What do you mean?
By the name of it alone, you're enthralled. By the name of it alone, I would assume it was a mech anime. No! I hate mech animes. They're all...
Okay, there you go. Two kinds of people, I guess.
But his point...
The point is, the name alone was enough for me to check it out. But if someone were to tell me, oh, it's about a world where alchemy succeeds above any other science and becomes a mystical thing, and these two dudes lose their mom and try to bring her back, I would have been like, you've explained too much. There's no mystery. I can't figure anything out for myself now. You know?
See, and I've seen Full Metal, and I like Full Metal, and if I had gone about it with just the name, I would have never tried it, but I was watching Adult Swim, and it came on, like, after Inuyasha, or before or after, I don't remember, that was a long time ago, but it came on, and while I was waiting for Inuyasha, or while I was still avoiding sleep, I was like, well, what the fuck ever.
It's a show.
It's a show, why not? It looks like anime. I don't even know what the fuck anime is at that point. So, you know, it's just, I take names for granted, and that's why we're doing the whole A to Z thing, because we're not going to judge a book by its cover. We're going to watch it, and we're going to judge it by the first episode, and carry on from there.
I can relate how Full Metal Alchemist was a turn down for you. Sailor Moon was a turn down for me. When I heard Sailor Moon, I'm like, this is probably a show that I could never get behind, because it's probably stupid.
And then who made him watch all of season 4?
And now I'm hooked, and I wouldn't let us watch anything else except Sailor Moon until we ran out of Sailor Moon to watch.
Because I only have season 4.
But there you go. Sometimes the name can be a turnoff. Trickster, I honestly wasn't expecting...
I was expecting, like, witches and...
yeah, along the same lines.
You know, like, that kind of thing. Like, magic dealing, but not in this sense. Magic dealing, like, okay, there's a little witch or a little warlock, you know, going around causing trouble, being a little trickster, you know. I took the name literally.
Yeah.
I was expecting chibi-fied,
you know, shenanigan type stuff.
And I got this, and this is fine. I like it. It's to answer the next couple questions down, the story was pretty captivating.
It was. I want to know why he can't die. Odds are it has something to do with the guy they showed right at the end of the episode that's like, yeah, this is going to be fun. But sadly, that also is that's a down for me. Because a villain that sits there all the time and is like, oh, I can watch everything unfold from my one room. You know, that's neat, but at the same time, for me, it's not.
At the same time, you're a fucking loser. Not you, him!
You gotta word shit right. God, phrasing is important.
He's a loser too, so that's alright. The voice acting was pretty good.
It was good.
It falls into what we were talking about in a previous video where we were able to pinpoint a lot of voice actors, and then some of them we were like, maybe, but at the same time, you know,
and
so-and-so can...
there's no information yet, so the mystery's there. That's another reason that I would want to keep watching, is to see if I can hear them talk again. Like, listening to Yoshiro, whatever his name was, white-haired fancy boy.
I don't even remember the guy I liked. I don't remember his name.
I would want to keep watching, out of curiosity's sake, for the name as well, other than the story and it being captivating. Because when I hear a voice actor, I want to know who it is. And there's no information online. I mean, I didn't even find a page that had the Japanese voice actors on it.
This kind of leads me to believe that it's relatively new, but I know it's not.
It's
not at least that new, because I've heard of Trickster before.
Yeah.
I just never, because I assumed the name, I never indulged in it. We answered that. If there was another season, would you watch it? It depended on how this one ended. But more than likely, yes.
More than likely, yes, as long as they didn't try to wrap stuff up by the end of the first season, like sadly some animes have to do when it's their first season. Because they don't know if they'll get a second season. They don't know if it'll be popular.
So they'll wrap it up, and then it's like, oh, we could have gone somewhere, but because we ended the first season like this, the second season's not going to make sense.
So then when they usually do with the second season is they focus on a different character. Because the first story got rounded up way too quick, and now you have to focus on another detective instead of the main one that you're clearly supposed to pay attention to.
Animation would be another big thing for me, because the animation was so beautiful in the first episode.
You never know if it could get downgraded, because just because something is in demand doesn't mean the animation will stay good.
Because, like, Hetalia, we always go back to that.
We always do.
But Hetalia...
I'm not sorry.
I'm not either. Hetalia is, it starts out, and the animation's fine. But then the animation in A Beautiful World, it just, bam, and you're suddenly hit with, like, glamour and sparkles, and everyone is literally beautiful.
The hair is no longer one shade of yellow like it is like, in Axis.
It's like this. It's got different tones.
Yeah.
And
added tone is beautiful.
So going back, after watching A Beautiful World and World Twinkle, after watching those, it's hard to go back to season 1 and enjoy the animation. But because I was so keen on it, I was like, yay, this is fine. More or less, when I watch older seasons, you have it for background noise or for quoting purposes, but Sailor Moon's an example of how I have the reverse effect for some animes. I love and appreciate Sailor Moon's old animation from the 1990s.
That's something I myself, who wasn't into it growing up, who am into it now, I appreciate more than, unpopular opinion, but the super glammed up version of Crystal.
Because Sailor Moon Crystal, what they did was they over-exaggerated. They turned who was supposed to be a 14-year-old girl, and they made her look like she was in college or, basic or minimal high school. And Little Miss Stick Figure, long legs, I know that's how they're drawn in the manga. But because the original anime made them look more realistic to standards like that.
It looked believable the old way.
Yeah, and it was perfect the way it was, and they changed it. And I didn't like it. So I watched one episode of Sailor Moon Crystal. I saw so many flaws. We'll get to that when we watch Sailor Moon. And, it's just, there's different aspects. So it would really depend on what they did with the animation in the second season. If it was too different, no, I would not watch it.
Yeah.
But if it was a change like Hetalia where it got better, yes, I would.
If it became something that gained popularity and notoriety, probably like Hetalia did, I think their budget went up because so many people were like, Italia's great, and then all of a sudden it stopped being relevant. But I think Beautiful World was already out right before the people stopped caring. Maybe.
Yeah, because A Beautiful World came out, and then everybody was like, Hetalia. Now the new one's out, and
it's a weeb anime. No one's allowed to watch it.
I think the fan base is kind of coming back, but at the same time, not really. It's not like Pokemon. Pokemon dies and comes back with every fucking game. Excuse me. They come back with every game, and it's like, some animes are just good like that. Other ones, it's a one-hit wonder.
They fizzle out way too quick.
So the point is, I'd probably watch it.
Yeah.
Would we cosplay from it?
Excuse me. It would honestly, it would depend on watching the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, because once again, I
Only
mean, the
two-
character that I fell in love with, Mr. Brown-haired, blue-eyed boy,
Detective boy.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of orange. And when his main outfit appears to
It's
be
a tracksuit, all orange.
with black stripes, I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can't really mistake it for another character, but orange isn't really my thing. But if his outfit changed and it wasn't super, super casual later on, sure.
Yeah.
Probably. Especially if we got a group thing going. I certainly wouldn't do it by myself. It's one of those where it's too casual to do by yourself. It's better to do it with a group.
Mm-hmm.
It would really depend. Final thoughts. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, personally. Just because animation, voice acting... I almost want to downgrade it to an 8.5 because of the dog.
That's something that you'll probably see frequently if the first episode of any show that we watch is laden with unnecessary animal death. Then we're probably gonna...
We're gonna judge it super hard.
We're not bleeding hearts.
No.
Well, I'll let you guys know that now. We're not bleeding hearts, but we just don't like to see it because it doesn't do anything. It's just shock value.
There was no reason.
It's not creative. It's not fun. It's not funny, certainly.
And they took it. I could have I could have forgotten, not forgiven. I could have forgotten, but just due to the simple fact that after it happened and after I was like, okay,
They
it's
showed
fine.
the scene of the girl getting a new dog and him carrying the dead dog in a box with flowers.
With the collar and crying, and it's like, okay, but you know what? You already stabbed me in the heart once. Why are you doing it
It's
again?
unnecessary to show it. Yes, the white-haired boy and the brown-haired boy both feel bad about the loss of the animal. That's fine, but don't... There doesn't need to be a reminder.
It doesn't.
We already saw it.
Not that intense. It happened. Okay, fine. We get it. We remember it literally happened like 2 minutes ago. You don't need to remind us 2 minutes later. So that alone would make me drop it to an 8.5. But I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to be, that guy. I will keep it a 9 out of 10 just because if you overlook that, it is a beautiful anime. It was well worth the watch. I mean, we're 2 for 2 now today. I'm feeling pretty good about our next one.
It's been rare since we've started this.
I mean, but yeah. So thank you for blah, 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 blah. Thanks for requesting it.
And recommending.
That was the word I was looking for. It's good. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it myself, just because. Why not?
It looks like it has an original concept and
The
plot.
animation reminded me of Angel Beats, so it's like if you're a fan of Angel Beats, if you like that really nice, smooth animation and good story flow, go for it. It's got a little bit of adventure or action suspense kind of thing going on, so there's that too.
There's guns and there's blood.
The robots are making me concernicist because I don't do mech animes, so if this turned into one in the 7 episodes that I see, I would probably drop it like a rock. I don't care how beautiful the animation is. I do not do mech animes. But
Gundam Wing!
I did watch Gundam Wing. I watched like
I think a lot of people watch Gundam Wing just because.
10 episodes? Maybe?
Iron-Blooded Orphan.
Evangelion. I knew what I was talking about.
Evangelion his hair.
Evangelion his hair. I've seen that too. I just don't like him. I'm not a robot kind of guy. I'm a gay wad.
John, when you're editing this later, have him repeat gay 8 times.
Gay. There, and now I gave you the mouth to put it to.
Perfect.
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh no!
Lord have
Bye!
That's a beautiful note to end it on.